Okay.
I like that. That's like
Devo?
what is that? That's like
good.
Knight Rider.
Oh,
Knight
kids.
Rider,
Yeah. Nice call. Michael Knight. Good job, Reggie. I like it.
Negative Ghost Rider. All right. Good morning, football to you. We are live in New York City. The 2018 draft is all about the quarterbacks. Back in 2004, there were some other big-name QBs taken in the first round. So let's get in that hot draft time machine,
Do it,
guys.
Adams. Come on now.
We're headed to 2004 because the draft is 13 days away.
Yeah.
All right. And we have to talk about what went on in football that year.
13 days away, 13 years ago, 2004 draft. Let's get right into it, guys. I love this. You're right. Knight Rider. Hasselhoff, hello.
Hey,
Let's see the top picks of the 2004 NFL draft. This is a wild one. Eli Manning went one to San Diego. It even looks weird having it as a logo on the thing because he was immediately traded down to New York for Phillip Rivers, Robert Gallery, of course. But look at number 3, Larry Fitz, still doing it at a high level.
Pretty cool.
And of course, the late, great Sean Taylor at number 5. I like to go through some of the values and steals here. Let's look at the other picks here. To me, the first round steal, I know it's not a crazy steal because it's 11th overall, but for Ben Roethlisberger to slip out of the top 10, that's a steal.
Not a high level of competition, Peter, just like Josh Allen.
They said,
right?
he played in the MAC. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Biggest value pick, Jared
Hell
Allen.
yeah.
126.
126, one of the best pass rushers of his generation. Undrafted. How about Jason Peters? He was a tight end at Arkansas. Undrafted and then, yeah, he was a tight end. Yeah, he's one of the best left tackles in the game. Of course, was injured for that Super Bowl, but he does get a ring. And maybe my favorite part about the 04 draft, one school sent 6 different players in the top 21 picks, the University of Miami. Sean Taylor went 5th overall. Kellen Winslow went 6th overall. Jonathan Vilma went 12th overall. DJ Williams went 17th. Vernon Carey 19th. And Vince Wilfork went 21st overall. The U, look at that. That's all in one draft class in the first round.
What's up, Larry Coker?
Larry Coker.
And they all
coaching
love
them up.
talking about this draft class when they come on the show, too.
Oh,
They do.
What was the famous Kellen Winslow?
I'm a soldier.
I'm a soldier.
coming at me, Tom. I'm a soldier. Yeah,
Yes,
he'll
sir.
never live that down. Sorry, Cal.
That was the U draft, and it was also the Eli, Ben, and Rivers draft. JP Lossman to the Bills, the 4th quarterback in that first round.
Okay.
I got something a little bit more fun. Movies from 2004, some of my favorite movies to watch. Right off the back, one of Kyle's favorites, White Chicks.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Vanessa Carlton again. Second time in the
see,
show. What's up? Wayans Brothers?
Ray was it's one of my favorite movies. Watching Jamie Foxx. Was it Jamie Foxx, right?
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx
Won the Oscar.
Play that. That was amazing. Man on Fire. Got to add Denzel Washington. He's one of the greatest, man. That was a great movie too.
Incredible.
I loved it. I almost cried in that movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Man on Fire.
Almost cried. Yeah. When he's
Reggie
like trying to
incredible.
save the little girl.
It's emotional.
and
It really
gets
does.
really
I
emotional.
almost cried during Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon
Vote for
Dynamite.
Pedro.
And
Mama Tina.
my favorite of all time, Anchorman.
Okay.
Legend of Ron Burgundy.
It's the best.
It
You're a
doesn't
big
get better
Ferrell
than that.
guy. You're a big Will Ferrell
I love
guy.
Will Ferrell.
He's a
I mean,
San Diego
does it get any funnier than Will Ferrell? Like old school Anchorman.
Are you guys like friends, you and Will Ferrell? Like, how well
Yeah,
do
you
you
probably
know
run
Big
into
him?
it.
USC
I've never
guy.
run into him.
Yeah,
Orange
like,
County guy.
how well?
Yeah, I ran into him fun time.
Like, have you eaten a meal with him?
I've never eaten a meal with him, no.
Okay.
Did you ever get a workout with him? It's the
No,
uvulous
but I've
muscle
run into
connected
him
to
in the
upper
gym
dorsal.
before, though.
Yeah? Is that true?
It's just like a regular Equinox, too. I don't think
Tuesdays, arms and back. That's perfect. Running into Ron Burgundy at the gym. That's my man.
Moving on
Yeah.
to pop culture.
Yeah.
When I think
Love
of
pop
2004, I think William Hung.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes.
She bangs. He lost American Idol. Devastating. Devastating.
Hung for the
loss.
Holidays. Great album.
Yes, but he... Is that a real album?
Yes.
No, it's not.
He had a Christmas
Hung
album.
for the
He did,
holidays.
yes.
Is it really called Hung for the Holidays?
It
Yeah.
sounds like a movie of a... I don't know, okay. So,
Hell yes, it does.
Ashley Simpson was caught lip syncing on Saturday Night Live. That happened
Blame
that
it on
year.
our band.
And then my playlist, the K-list for 2004,
Okay.
Drop It Like It's Hot was a jam piece. Rubber Band Man ruled all songs I could listen to. I know every word. 99 Problems came out in 2004. Mr. Brightside Shrakes with the Killers. Milkshake brings the boys to the
Milkshake?
yard. And Muse, Time Is Running Out.
And Kay, you've never had an actual milkshake, I believe, right?
Never.
That's incredible. You like
Really
this
never
Not
song?
a milkshake. No, but I can name you songs, Kyle.
Wow.
Yeah. I should take a lap again for that. All right, listen, I usually try to have some fun at the end of this segment. This
Yes.
is actually a little bit heavy. You never like to see people break up. I'm a married guy. I really respect the marriage, relationships, and whatnot. And in 2004, on February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, no less, there was a massive breakup of a couple that had been together 43 years. And I don't condone it. I don't think it's funny or anything, but I should address it. Ken and Barbie broke up, guys. They broke up. They had been a relationship forged in plastic for 1950-something like that. They broke up. Ken had a statement. It's a real thing that they should. Ken had a statement. Barbie and I decided to spend some time apart. Let's look at Barbie. There she is. Look at her. She looks pretty happy. Ken said, I'm confident we all will stay friends. So it did feel like when this happened.
I think that's Stacy.
Is it Stacy? Well, they tell me it's Barbie. It felt like there was another man. It really did when they broke up. It felt like there was another man. And sure enough, out of nowhere, she's dating this guy named Blaine. Now, what do you think Blaine looks like? Kay, just describe who you think Barbie's rebound. What do you think he would look like? Tall, dark, and
Kyle Brandt.
Look like me? Well,
that's what I was going to say.
Why don't we take a look at Blaine, this homewrecker who broke up Ken and Barbie?
Look, it's Kyle Brandt.
That is Kyle.
I mean,
That is Kyle.
Incredible with the blue
right.
shirt and the cargos.
I've never heard of Blaine.
The surfer guy.
Timberlands you say you never wore.
That's it, exactly. I'm not Blaine. Look at Barbie in the background. It's like the jealous girlfriend meme or something like that all over again.
The blonde.
So they're running around, traipsing all over Southern California. But I'm happy to tell you guys, it does have a positive ending. In 2011, Barbie and Ken got back together.
Really?
They reforged. And check this out.
Never a good idea.
Flair for the drama. In this case, it was they're still together. They premiere in wedding outfits. The next Ken and Barbie are in the wedding dress and the tuxedo, and they're still together to this day. Blaine, I don't know what he's doing, freebasing somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. Probably on the rebound, chasing Skipper or whatever her name is, kid's sister. She's all grown up now.
I don't know that there was a Blaine.
There's a Blaine. Same one as the Molly
Ringwald.
Ringwald.
My buddy somewhere.
Yeah, in the two of them are up to no good.
29 female Barbies and like one Aladdin.
No, well, Aladdin?
He lived a good life.
I'm still trying to date
He's
Jasmine.
the only
Where's
guy
she?
in town. All right, is Josh Rosen the most polarizing quarterback in this draft? We will debate that and more with a game of Name That Prop.
Buffalo, he wore number 87. Obviously, 87 is now being worn by Gronk.
I wonder if they checked in with Troy Brown to see if that 80 was okay.
Yeah,
Great
also.
stuff, Will Settle. We'll
Right.
talk to you in a little bit. We are all about amazing, inspirational stories here on Good Morning Football. And back in 2015, Stedman Bailey was a promising young receiver, averaging 14 yards a catch over his first 2.5 NFL seasons. But in November of that year, his life and his career took a tragic turn, and it sent him back on a long road back to football.
It's Pro Day in Morgantown, West Virginia, and WVU's finest are putting on a show for the NFL scouts. 5 years ago, Stedman Bailey was drafted by the Rams, but today, he's back on familiar turf.
Bailey, 76 and 1/8.
State of West Virginia, man, I would like to say it's my second home. Miami kid is where I was born, but it's definitely great to be here, my old stomping grounds with these guys, and just continue to chase the dream of getting back.
Why is it so important for you to play football again?
It's something I worked my whole life for, to make it to the big leagues, and I got a chance to taste it, played 3 years, and then very unfortunate incident happened.
On the night of November 24th, 2015, midway through his third season in the league, Bailey was visiting family at his childhood home in Miami when his life took an unforeseen detour.
Getting ready to go grab some dinner with my cousin Antoine and his kids, and one of my good friends. Over 30 bullets were sprayed into the car. I hit twice. My two little cousins were in the car. They panicking, going crazy, and I'm just trying to keep them calm and, let's do whatever we got to do to make it to the hospital. We running through all the lights, not stopping for nobody. I'm able to get out of the car to walk into the emergency room and telling people, hey, I've been shot. Help me, please. At the time, I had damage right here over this eyebrow where it pretty much looked like maybe a cracked egg, shattered egg.
That's where the bullet went in?
It actually came in on the right side of my head and just came out this way. And, I'm very lucky to say it never hit my brain.
And they never found out who did it?
I don't know where those guys are, who did it. I really just tried to focus on getting myself together and just moving on with my life.
For Bailey, moving on meant finding the strength not only to live, but perhaps, once again, to play the game he loves.
It took a while for me to really fathom the whole situation of what took place and how severe it was, but I was able to walk within 2 weeks. I was jogging within a month. 5 months after the shooting, I was on the field running routes. And these were all things that, the doctors told me they didn't think I'd be able to do. And so I just, kept it in the back of my mind, like, I know I'll be able to play again, and just continue to work.
So how did it go today?
I feel like I had a great day, man. Got a good chance to run the 40, and I did great, in and out of my routes, very smooth. So I feel like a solid day, especially to be in front of so many different scouts. I owe it to myself, man, to give it everything I got. If it's healthy and safe for me to do so, to get back out there.
Bailey's doctor has cleared him. Now, it's up to a pro team to do the same and give him the second chance he covets. Until then, he waits for an opportunity to live his NFL dream again.
If the odds were slim when you first came in the league, what are they now for guys out for 2 years, shot twice in the head?
I think it's still slim, just because, people kind of wrap their minds around shot twice in the head. But I got a plate in my head that's titanium steel, so it's harder than human skull, so I wouldn't be scared to play at all.
What changed in you after that day, as far not football, life, period?
I know that I'm a lot stronger than what I ever thought I was, just to be able to overcome that. And, had the bullet been 2 centimeters to the left, maybe to the right, life could be over. But I'm still here. You just got to really cherish every moment of life, your family that's around you, your loved ones, and just make the most of every day.
Incredible story from Stedman Bailey there. Inspiring one, an incredible journey, an extraordinary one, in fact. And I hope that teams are interested in such a dedicated player.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that you look to, and it makes you, for one, just think about how short life can be. I'll never forget the time that I received a phone call, and one of my best friends got shot in the chest. And, it's a scary moment. It's one of those things that, as a friend, a family member, or a parent, it's something that you just never want to hear in this day and age. The world is crazy, so I think what an exceptional young man, to hear his story, to see his fight and determination, to still want to play and still trying to get back into the league, man. I just think those are stories that, you look to and you just say, wow, that's amazing.
Bigger than sports.
Yeah, and when I first reported this story last year, it was because he was saying, I'm making my comeback, I'm coming back. And I reached out to a few teams, and everyone said the same thing. This is one of the most miraculous stories ever, because we're talking about football, where it's not just shot in the head. Football is a contact sport, and and he still has it. He's still got it, and I just hope a team gives him a shot. Even at training camp, let him fulfill his dream. He was at the Rams playoff game against the Eagles, and against the Falcons. Rams guys love him. He was a Rams player. Tavon Austin's best friend from college. Beloved guy around the league. I hope it works out for Stedman Bailey.
And he says in the piece, he's been cleared by doctors. He can play. And Kay, you know this better than anybody. Every time you hear one of these stories, you think this must be the most unbelievable one. And then another one comes out that you can't believe. It's that time of year. We talk combine, but the best part of this time of year is we hear stories like that, and we wish him so much luck.
Stedman, you inspire us, and we'll keep along with your story as it unfolds. Great stuff. Up next on Good Morning Football.